when they were in the Big 12.
Right. They need to go back to playing teams like that. Oklahoma, teams like
Thank
that.
you, thank you. We apologize for the technical difficulty. Um, but realistically, yeah, dude, it's Nebraska. You should not have lost to Nebraska. I don't care. Continuing on, uh, we did the Baylor versus Cincinnati game. Texas versus Mississippi.
Hey, I was just
Mississippi
about to
State,
say
excuse
something
me.
to you about this game.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Cause
Give Mississippi State will win this game. Mississippi State is going to beat Texas in Mississippi State. Mark my words.
the
Was I looking
face.
in the camera?
Yes, you were.
Okay,
The
I was
face. It's
making
the
sure.
face for me. It's the
I'm
face for
making
me.
sure.
All right.
Arch Manning plays bad under pressure. This Mississippi State team is not recent Mississippi State team. Mississippi State team been playing a lot of good teams close, especially after Texas playing Kentucky that close. I mean,
Bruh.
The Oklahoma game showed the potential, but I don't think they play that well, that good. That was a one game thing,
Yeah, I think
and
that
they
was a one game thing
offensively
too.
they didn't play that good. That defense won that game,
Bruh,
and I
you
don't think
like
their defense is gonna go in there and beat Mississippi State. Give me
you
Mississippi State in
legit
an
brought
upset.
up a valid point, and I can't even be mad. Like you struggled against Kentucky. Kentucky is a hooper school. Kentucky ain't been credible for real in football since Tim Couch and Jared Lorenzen left. You know what? I'm going with Mississippi State because you said that.
Yeah, I mean,
Now that you say it like that, it's hard to go against that.
and this is a better team than recent years. They played the number three team in the country, Texas A&M, down to the final whistle. It's like Mississippi State is doing that to every major school. Don't forget they're in the SEC, so they play tough competition all year round.
You right.
And Mississippi
You
State is
right.
hanging in on there. Give me an upset in this game.
I can't say it's an upset if Mississippi State's at home. I'm just being honest.
No, it's an upset according to the people, I guess. I mean, I gave Mississippi State. I just think I don't. I think Arch hurts Texas more than helps them.
You you know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Explain. I
Explain.
want to hear this. And I'm not even being funny. I really want to hear this.
Arch Manning only plays good football when he plays lesser talent and his team is that much better than the other team. For example, I put it in your perspective. Glenville versus Collinwood. Glenville can put any quarterback in to play Collinwood, and he's gonna look like prime Michael Vick, right or wrong. Right. They can put
Touche.
any quarterback there and they'll play
Touche.
good. So he plays good against teams like Sam Houston and stuff like that. When Arch Manning's on the road and he plays away games and he has even a little bit of pressure on him, like if you get to Arch Manning and you show that their offensive line ain't that talented, Arch Manning, the words deep waters. You get Arch Manning into deep waters, he sails. He throws a lot of bad balls. You saw it versus Ohio State. You saw it you saw it versus who they just lose to.
Uh,
You saw it versus Florida.
yeah, that was
I
Florida.
predict that upset too. You see these in these big away games. It's a trend that Arch Manning plays bad in away games when teams teams are equally matched. When his receivers are not wide open, he doesn't hit his receivers. If his receivers aren't wide open, he doesn't throw to the right person. Arch Manning is a type of player where he needs everything to be right for for him to play good, in my opinion.
You know what? You got it. You got it. You got it. I can't argue with it no more. I just can't. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing for that. Moving on. Finishing it out. Oregon versus Wisconsin. No brainer. Going Oregon.
I was about
I
to
ain't
say,
even.
whoa.
I had to look at. I was looking at it real fast. I want to breeze through these last three games, or these last few games. Give me Oregon. It's Autzen Stadium. Anybody that plays struggles against Oregon in Autzen. Better hope it don't rain, because you're gonna be the
Yeah.
only ones wet. For whatever reason, whenever it rains in Oregon, Oregon don't ever get wet. So give me the Ducks.
I'm in the Ducks in this game
Let's
too.
move on. Texas A&M. We already did the LSU game. Boston College and Louisville. After Louisville beat the Hurricanes, give me Boston, give me not Boston College, give me Louisville. They're gonna keep moving.
Give me Louisville and the XFL legend head coach. Give me Louisville.
Michigan State versus little brother or big brother Michigan. It's in Michigan State,
Did you
East
say that on
Lansing.
purpose because you're an Ohio State fan?
No,
Okay.
Michigan does look at Michigan State as a little
No, no,
brother.
I heard. At first, you called Michigan the little brother. I was thinking if you were trying to
I'm
be funny because you're an Ohio
no,
State fan.
no. I'm moving fast, man. I'm moving fast. Michigan's back in the top 25 after losing twice. I don't think they let up off a little brother. Give me that school up north.
Yeah, give me Michigan in this game. If you don't know, now you know. I'm a Michigan fan. We're gonna whoop Little Bro's butt this weekend, man. Put them back in their place. They've been talking too much stuff. They've Lil Bro been saying they got a better.
Oh
They've been
my
saying
God!
Childs is better than Bryce Underwood. So we're gonna put it
Who
to the
said this?
all the Michigan State fans. They swear that they keep saying, oh, you paid 10 million for Bryce Underwood when we got Adrian Childs or whatever his name is, Childs, and he's playing better than Bryce. All right, we gonna see.
Well, you know
Childs, make
what?
sure you play good this weekend.
Here you go, Bryce Underwood. If you watching, this is your shot to take out little brother.
He is. I know he is. I'm gonna say it like I've been telling everyone. Bryce Underwood is LeBron James of football.
Wow, wow, that's bold.
He's
That is
LeBron
bold.
James of this.
All right, fair enough. You got that one. Tennessee and Kentucky. Give me Tennessee. Kentucky's been slipping. It's a rivalry game to a degree. Both states border each other, but I'm going with Tennessee.
How does Tennessee take their second loss of the season? And they take their second loss of the season and then have to go to a away game at night? It's hard to pick against Tennessee. Give me Tennessee in a very close game.
All right, last game of the NCAA talk. Houston versus Arizona State. I still have Arizona State making it to the Big 12 title game, but Houston is very tough. Houston is very tough offensively and historically. For those that not in the know, historically, Houston has been known to churn out gunslingers. Go back to David Klingler, Andre Ware. They have that ability to produce quarterbacks who know how to sling it. I want to go Arizona State in this one because it's at Sun Devil Stadium and it's an 8 o'clock game, so I'm going with the Sun Devils.
I agree with you on that point. Originally, I was looking at this game, but before last week, if you would have asked me this question 2 weeks ago before they beat Texas Tech, I would have said Houston, no doubter. I didn't think Arizona State was as good as last year, but with them beating Texas Tech is a really good football team, ladies and gentlemen. Like they're the top echelon of college football. I'm not gonna lie, like Texas Tech is a really good team, and to the fact that Arizona State scored that much points and was able to pull that game out, I I changed my mind about how I feel about this Houston game that I did 2 weeks ago. Give me Arizona State in this matchup.
All right. That'll do it for NCAA talk. So when we come back, get into this Cavs game. We'll do the NBA talk. Opening night for the NBA was last night. How did those opening night teams do? We'll talk about that a little bit more. You are watching 4th and 15 with Mel and Jacob here on the 216 Sports Network.
I've been spending time in the dojo. Clocked
I
in.
know last week you guys saw the post. A lot of you reached out to the inbox. We have an official date for the EFW Open House. We're going to do September 27th and 28th. It's still 2 days. Let me run down the rules one more time. Day one, we're taking in all beginners. I don't care where you think you're coming in. If you ever wanted to be a pro wrestler, referee, manager, timekeeper, bell ringer, I don't care what it is. Here's your opportunity to do so. 27th and 28th. We're going to give you 2 days. 2 days to show me what you got, right? At the end of the second day, one lucky person is going to earn 2 months free training here at EFW Dojo. That's to all new trainees. 0 experience, guys, okay? For my trained professional wrestlers, don't care if you're 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, 20 years, 30 years, 15 days. If you feel like you're a trained professional wrestler and you want to come in and work for EFW, here's your opportunity. Again, 2 days. First day, we're going to give you an evaluation. We're going to go through all the details and what we expect to see from you. Day 2, you're going to actually show me. 8-minute match. Show it. Show me what you're made of. At the end of day 2, one lucky person is going to get selected to be on EFW4 at Esterbrook November 1st, and an actual match on the main card. That's what we got for you guys. It's an open house. Come show me what you're worth, guys. Come do it. Come train here, EFW Dojo. Until then, keep fighting.
Are you a team looking for a new look on the sideline this season? A company looking for a more casual look? Or just trying to introduce something new to your closet space? TGBG is the brand for you. Jackets, polos, hoodies, and everything in between. TGBG has the clothing you need to serve a purpose for every occasion. To place your orders, contact them on Facebook and Instagram. Check out their website at www.tgbgbrand.com. Email them at tgbgbrand@gmail.com or call them at 440 470 4234. TGBG is also the official outfitter of the 216 Sports Network. TGBG, to God be the glory.
All right, we are back with the final segment of our show. We did NCAA, we did the NFL, and now we are at our last talking point, which is the NBA. Last night, we saw the Rockets and the Thunder. Defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Rockets by one.
I got a lot of things I want to say about this, honestly.
I'm listening.
NBA, if you can hear me, I'm so sick and tired of this league. I keep trying
Wow.
to defend this league to all the old heads that say it's tougher back then, but it's so hard. It's such a hard watch when there's so many whistles at the end of the game dictating the game. When you have a two overtime game, a great basketball game, no one wants to see the game end in free throws. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't a foul on Kevin Durant, but one thing I do say that needs to change in the NBA is trying to draw a foul, or the words foul baiting, someone intentionally going out there trying to get an opponent to foul them should be illegal itself. That's not a fun watch. It's not entertaining. The NBA fans don't like it. We don't want to see a player whole main focus of playing basketball going to try to get a foul to get free throws. That's not the point of basketball. The point of basketball is to play basketball. The refs are out there to monitor the game, not dictate the game. And that's what it feels like it's being, all because foul baiting is becoming a thing. And it
Valid.
started and it started with my favorite player of all time, James Harden. It started with him. They made a rule where flopping shouldn't be a thing. Well, trying to draw a foul in a way is flopping itself. That all comes back to flopping. So if you're the NBA and you can hear me right now, please take out foul baiting. If someone's purposely trying to intentionally get a foul, just don't call a foul. There's no foul. For example, when Alex Caruso went up for a dunk on three people and it was a foul, but the ref didn't call a foul, that's a good no call because that's a terrible, terrible shot. Altogether it was just terrible. And you're just bailing people out for terrible stuff. You would see a player in the NBA rush to the rim and a player play good defense and still get called a foul because the offensive player initiated contact. Like, what are you supposed to do? Not play defense? It's a hard
You
watch,
right.
and you wonder why viewership has been going down over the last couple years. And I'm done defending it. LeBron's still my goat, but at the end of the day, it's a hard watch because of that, and it needs to change.
That's a valid point because we as members of the media we've heard this a lot, and I don't know how to defend it, to be honest, because we've seen it too much. We've seen it too much too often. So realistically, I gotta agree with you. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's something worth not looking into. What I'm saying is it's got to be a point where you actually are right and you're like, all right, man, come on, something got to give.
Yeah, I mean, before the Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade, the ratings was going down in the NBA. Everyone was knowing this, and ever since the trade happened, all the viewers been coming back up because it's a crazy trade. Luka's playing with LeBron. We get it. But with that being said, it's genuinely a hard watch when you can predict like the outcome and there's so many whistles at the end of the game. Like no one wants to watch that. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
really
get it.
it's basketball is a contact sport, but it's feeling like it's not no more. Basketball
Very
is a
true.
contact sport, so let's keep it a contact sport. You guys are making it so hard to play defense. It's like if a defensive player beats the offensive player to his spot, and the offensive player is just a little more aggressive,
I
it's a
do agree with
foul.
that. I
That is
do agree with
BS.
that.
Why? How do you even teach people to play defense these days? It's like
That's just like
it's
the
so
NFL.
offensively like
How can we play
I
defense?
think the NBA is like the NBA is thinking like more points. People like to see more scoring, which that is true. We like to see more scoring, but one thing we don't like to see is more free throws, and especially more free throws at the end of the game. Nobody wants to see free throws at the end of the game.
Very true.
The Kevin Durant foul at the end of the game was a foul in a way, but Shea Gilgis just his whole goal out there is to try a foul, bait a
Yeah.
foul. And don't get me wrong, he's still a hell of a player. He still goes out there and gets buckets without going to the free throw line. It's just when the game gets in the nitty gritty and it gets tough. When Oklahoma had no when excuse me when Houston had Oklahoma in deep waters, what happened in the last 5 possessions for Oklahoma in overtime too? They was at the free throw line because they knew they can bait their way into fouls. And that's not fun. It's not a fun watch, and the NBA needs to stop it. Just how they stop players from flopping. They find them, and it's a technical penalty. I'm not saying give someone a technical for it, but just don't call it a foul. Simple as
I can
that.
agree with that.
Don't give someone a foul for being reckless and wild playing basketball.
I can agree with that. Lakers and Warriors was the second game of the night. No LeBron for the Lakers, but Luka goes off and scores 43. Unfortunately, they run into Steph Curry, who's still shooting the lights out.
In my opinion, this is a really bad look for the Lakers in the upcoming season. I mean, like, in my opinion, with a 42-year-old LeBron, if you want to be contenders with a 42-year-old LeBron, you need to be able to win games without LeBron and look good without LeBron.
That's
And you're
true.
not looking good without LeBron. And it's the first game of the season, so there's a lot more, of course, we're going to see and digest from this team. But it's just not a good look for them because if you want to win with LeBron, you shouldn't be like, oh well. I mean, they didn't have LeBron, so that's understandable. No, if you want to win with LeBron at the age he's at, you're gonna need to be a team. You have to be at least a good team without LeBron. And unfortunately for the Lakers, that's why I think LeBron is frustrated. You've been seeing reports. You've been seeing. I said reports, but you've been seeing reports of LeBron being frustrated with the Lakers up front head office, and that might be a reason why. And I I would have to take that stance on that topic.
Well, here's my thing about the Lakers. Yeah, you lost, but it's Steph Curry, man. And
Steph Curry didn't play lights out either last night.
he didn't play lights out, but he played lights out enough to get what do you have?
And the reason why my main
He
point is
had
saying
20.
that.
He had 23
Well,
points.
when I
Jimmy
said
Butler had 31. You didn't need your. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I'm going on record and saying this. This is not the Splash Brothers reunion with Jimmy Butler. What I'm gonna say is Jimmy Butler did what Clay was doing before they got out. They got out of that mode.
okay, so me and you were looking
So
at two different perspectives. In my opinion, I don't think the Warriors are that good of a team, and I
I'm
don't think they are going to be that good of a team this year. And the Lakers, for me, and the reason why I stand that stance is because the two best players for the Lakers last night was Austin Reeves and Luca, as we all knew that was coming to the game. They
yeah.
both scored so much points, but your team is so bad. Like, look at the other stats. No one scored over 10 points, I don't think. I mean, check how many players scored over 10 points. Luca and Austin Reeves. That's it.
Actually,
Ayton scored 10, and he played terrible. Oh my gosh.
I
I hope
can't
he
fight
listened.
you on this.
I hope Aiden listened to what Shaq was saying about you don't need to be a star player and you don't have no pressure. You just need to play your role and get a rebound and be dominant in the paint. DeAndre Ayton, like you don't have to play a big role, just be a big man, you know. And if that's the way the Lakers are gonna play, this is gonna be another bad year for the Lakers because at a 42-year-old LeBron, you're gonna have to be a good team without LeBron.
side note on that, Neck, Koloko, and Bronny did not play all coaches' decisions. So I'm going to I'm not going to side with you fully because it's the first game of the season.
Right. It's a very long season.
However, I am going to say you do mention a very valid point when Bron's not playing, somebody's got to step up. And if you're trying to win a title and you're trying to get out of the West, where the West is like arguably the toughest conference, you got to win. You got to win these games,
And it
especially
takes
these
role
division
players.
games.
It takes good role players.
But you got to win these division games, especially without LeBron on the court. We'll see. We'll see.
Like for example, you see like the Boston Celtics the year they won. Their role players was Derek White, Al Horford. Sometimes Derek White would drop 27.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
like
weird.
you that's every.
That was weird.
I don't say it's weird because every year, if you watch a team, they always have that one role player that scores a lot of. They have a good role players. It takes more than just superstars. As you've seen, Luka dropped 43 and still lost by 10 points. Still in the whole and that game is closer than what it was. It was really a blowout. So it takes more than role players. Like even when it went down to the OKC last year, Isaiah Hartenstein played out his mind. Alex Caruso played out his mind.
Yeah.
Them are role players, and them role players played out their mind. And even Lou Dort played out his mind. All their role players play good. You need a bunch of role players to play good along with your superstars. And if you can't do it without LeBron, I don't think you can. Adding LeBron is going to make the team automatically better because it's LeBron freaking James. But does that mean that's going to bring you to the finals and win the finals?
No,
it does not mean that.
You're right.
Does it mean
You're right.
you making the first or second round? Yes, that does
Yeah, it
mean
does.
you can make the
I'll
first or
take the
second
first-
round.
With a 43-year-old LeBron, I'll take the first and second round.
Right, but this team is not the team to make these teams jump to. I don't think it's the finals team. And if they was to make the finals, they probably get swept. So I don't think this is the team good enough for LeBron. And I think LeBron is either going to retire soon or he's out soon. And if he does go out, the next question will be, where does he go?
If he plays.
If he plays.
Because again, we talked about this Sunday, uh, he does have a player where he can opt out of his contract. So if he does opt out, where does he go?
I think the only place for at the age he's at right now would be a home reuniting with the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I mean, I think that's in his head. I think it's he either wants to retire or just go back home because he's LeBron James. Arguably the greatest player of all time. In my opinion, the greatest player of all time. But he's done. He don't have nothing he has to prove. He don't have to win another championship to prove nothing. He doesn't score no more points. He can drop and retire right now, and he's still going to be in the same position he was yesterday or last year or last
True.
3 years.
True.
So LeBron has nothing to prove. So I think the only thing that makes sense will be going home if he left Los Angeles, because since you have nothing to prove, you don't have to win another championship, in my opinion. So I mean, like if he was young, I would say go to Dallas because Dallas has the most looking potential right now. But just for the stage he's at in his career, the only thing that makes sense would be A, retire, or B, go back home to Cleveland.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. We're gonna look at Spurs, Mavericks, Kings, Suns, Timberwolves, and Blazers all play at 9:30 and 10 o'clock respectively. So they don't even start yet. Uh, Clippers don't play till 9, so we won't even touch that one. Bucks, Wizards. Bucks are destroying the Wizards right now. What is going on with the Wizards, man?
Every year there's a couple bad teams. They gotta get in that rebuild process. The Wizards
But
gotta
you've been rebuilding for 5 years.
they gotta get deep in the draft, man. They got 5 more years of building. That's what I'll say. They got 5 more years. They're not close.
All right. Uh, Pelicans and Grizzlies. That game is just getting started. Pelicans trying to bounce back after an abysmal 2024 season. I think the Grizzlies are still that team, but you can't start slow this year.
I think the Pelicans get better. I know, like it looks like Zion's starting to take the NBA a little more seriously, cutting on
He
his
should
weight.
have been taking it.
He
You're
hasn't
in the
been.
NBA.
He hasn't been. I mean, everyone's different, and in Zion's life, you can tell you can tell he's taking it different this year because he lost a lot of weight, and he looks like he's actually taking it different. So I think this team is gonna be way better than what because the Pelicans never been bad. They just been plagued with a lot of injuries. So
Okay.
the things is can Zion stay healthy, and if he does stay healthy, can he maintain that workload and play good and keep that
And
up?
that's the important question because load management has been a big issue in the NBA, and especially with the heavier players, the 240s and up. Especially if we've seen it with LeBron. LeBron has been the most injury plagued he's been ever
Yeah.
that we can remember.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with you on that one. Bulls and Pistons. Pistons still trying to get back to where they were a couple years ago. Bulls look like they are tired of everybody's shit in the Central Division. So Pistons and Bulls going at it. I got the Bulls on that one. Um, Interesting matchup. Sixers and Celtics. Sixers and Celtics in the second. It's a close game. Early close game.
And Embiid's back. I'm pretty sure. Tatum's hurt. I like the 76ers in this game. Honestly, it's a close game. They should end up winning this game.
Fair enough. I'll go with you on that one. Um, Raptors Hawks. Raptors being the Raptors, putting it to the Hawks, and I expect the Raptors to be in the playoffs this year. I expect the Raptors to be an Eastern
They're
Conference
definitely
playoff
they're
team.
they're definitely a building team, and I can't be mad at that argument. They definitely got a building team.
Heat and Magic. Heat. Who's gonna run Florida? That's my question.
I like the Magic. I mean, the Magic are a really good team this year. They have a chance to make the play for finals this year. I think.
I don't think the Heat are a play-in team this year. I honestly believe that they are a actual playoff team, not a play-in to get
I'll
that
take that
last
back. I don't
spot.
think the Magic is going far to the finals, but they're definitely a second round team. The Magic.
Nets and Hornets. Obviously, the Hornets look better. But again, all of these are first games. These are the
Yeah.
first games of the
None of
season.
these games
So
matter.
we won't know anything until December, for real. But some of these teams are looking good. I gotta go. I gotta say I do expect the Hornets to try and I do expect the Hornets to compete for a playoff spot. Not get in, but compete for a spot.
Yeah, yeah, me too. If you guys hear that over there, the Cavs are trying to get this game back close right here. Carl Anthony Towns says no. Shut up, Jacob. As soon as I said that, builds the league back up to 10.
Okay. Speaking of which, Cavs and Knicks. Knicks looking good against the Cavs, but again, this is the first game of the season, and the Knicks have been a thorn in the Cavs' side for the last couple of years. That first round exit a couple years back, you know, granted the Knicks saw Boston last year in the second round. What are you expecting the Cavs to look like this year?
You know, I like the Cavs, but I think it's gonna be the same thing as last year. I think they're gonna have a good, I think they're gonna have a great regular season, but I think when it comes down to playoff time, I just don't think the Cavs are a good enough team to win the East unless they get favorable matchups and injuries. If injuries play a role, any team can make it far, you know. But I
I
think it's gonna be the same thing as really much as last year for the Cavs, honestly.
I expect the Cavs to make the playoffs. I do
Of
expect
course.
the Cavs to make win the division this year. They did not last. I mean, can you really say they won it last year? Especially looking at the way the Pacers played them. However, I do expect the Cavaliers to be a divisional team. I do expect them to win the division this year. I also do expect them to make the playoffs. Not looking good against the Knicks right now, but it's the first game of the season, like we've been saying. I expect this to be a different outcome when the season really gets started. So give me the Cavs to make the playoffs. Give me the Cavs to look. I expect the Cavs to be in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. That's just me. I'm putting that on paper. I expect the
They
Cavs Eastern Conference Finals.
they should be able. That's something that shouldn't be out. That's not too something far fetched for the Cavs.
All right. And with that, that is it. We're taking it home. NBA talk is over with. Uh, I I I like to thank Golden Tavern for having us here. Good
Huge
food,
shout out. Really
good
good food.
atmosphere. Shout out to everybody that showed up. If you guys are not doing anything at times, we got a free night, come down to the Golden Tavern. China Sea is right across the street. Good Chinese food or good Asian food
Really
rather.
good Asian food.
So and Jacob's been on the jalapeno poppers all night.
Man, they're so good, dude. Not that good tomorrow morning, but it's good in the moment. I'll say that.
There you go. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back next week. We won't be back here, but we will be back with another episode next week. We'll have the NFL talk as always. We'll wrap up the college football games and the news of the week. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm for fourth and 15. That's Jacob. I'm Mel. Peace.